Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. I'm Wendy from wendyadiazart, and today I thought we could do a beautiful beach scene, like a pathway going down to the ocean and maybe a sunset too with it. I thought, it's a little cold here in New England today, and I woke up and thought, I really miss the beach, so let's paint the beach, okay? Let's have some fun. Okay, so I have a 11 by 14 canvas. It's already toned. I toned it in like a red just to cover the canvas. It's just a lot easier sometimes. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Okay, so I have my canvas up on some little Dixie cups underneath because this paint is going to drip over the sides a little bit. And I'm using acrylic paint mixed with Floetrol. So you only need a teaspoon of Floetrol. So it's super easy to mix, and make sure you keep mixing your paint when you're using it. So let's put in our horizon line. Let's see, where do we want our horizon line? I think it'll go right about here. So let's just draw it right in. And this is what I love about this paint, is that you can move it around and just draw with it too with your popsicle stick. If you don't have a popsicle stick, you can use the end of your paintbrush. That always works really well too. So I've chosen a darker blue for my horizon line, and we're just gonna put this right in. Sometimes you can just pour it in too, but I'm trying to control this a little bit. So I'm just drawing it in. There we go. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to start doing our sky, because I have the canvas pulled up a little bit so that you can see the top of the canvas first. So we'll be working on the top half first. I just wanted to get my horizon line in. So now I have that in. We have the ocean in. And see how it just drips over the sides? Just let it just drip right over the sides. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we have that in. And let's put our sun. We're going to put our sun in a little bit because, it's a sunset. So let's put in a little bit of a sun. There we go. And I think we'll have our sun kind of come off a little bit. We're just drawing it in. Super easy. This is going to be an abstract today. It's going to be really, really easy to do. So let's just draw it right in. The sun is going to be going down, but we're going to have some really bright colors in here today. I love bright colors. So let's take our orange and we'll add our orange in a little bit. So we'll put it right in by our yellow. There we go. Whoop. Now see how it just splattered just a little bit into my blue? That's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just keep building your paints, because we're going to be working wet on wet here, and we're going to just keep adding to our painting. And Floetrol, this paint is going to blend in with each other. So I'm trying to control it a little bit, but this is why it's abstract, because you can't really control Floetrol. So just do the best you can. But we're just playing today. I woke up this morning and I just wanted to play and just have some fun today and just do a nice scene. A nice beach scene. I miss the beach. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like that. Actually, we're going to add a little bit on top of our sun. See how it just splattered down? I don't really care about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. That looks great. Yep. And I think we're really starting to look like a beautiful sunset now. Now I'm gonna add, let's add some red. Let's put some red in here. Actually, should we put some purple? No, we'll put our red first. We'll put some red in here. And see how I just draw in the red? There you go, just drag it right out. Just put little pieces, just draw little dots of red in there. This is gonna be gorgeous. I love this. See how I'm just drawing in there? There you go. And we'll put it over here too. Put a little bit on the sides and just let it drip over too. Yeah, that looks nice. Just have it go right up over. It's a little bit hard to see the back a little bit because I have red on red right now, so that's not a big deal. But let's add some purple in. Let's put a little purple in our sky. There we go. Let's draw a little bit of purple. Let's add that in. We like purple, right? Everybody likes purple. And skies are purple. We're going to have a really, really colorful, very, very colorful sunset here. Just going to drag that right through each other. Let's put that right in the red. There we go. That looks pretty. Ooh, I like that. That looks really nice. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of the blue on the top because, you know, it's a sunset and you always have a blue sky at the very top. So let's just add that in. There we go. Let's just put that right in there. And see how our colors are starting to blend a little bit? That's okay, because this is going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to actually do what I've been thinking this morning. I think I even might put in like a nice pathway down to the beach. And I was really looking forward to doing this painting today. And I'm just going to put that right along. There we go. Now let's add another blue and see how like I have a little bit of my Floetrol in here. So now I'm going to mix this around just to make sure that this is mixed well. Okay, and let's just add a little bit of blue in through here. Whoop, I dripped it. Don't worry about that. See, I even dripped it on in through the red part too. I'm just going to add some of this in here. There we go. Whoop. See, it just adds interest. When you do your little drips, that's what abstract is all about, just adding some interest. But you're not to worry about it. There we go. Just want to bring that up a little bit. And I think I'm going to take some of my blue and actually bring it down here. And bring it right in through here. There we go. So we'll show some of the sky at the bottom too. We'll show it a little bit over here too, just a tiny bit. There we go. Just peeking through. It's just peeking through. That's all it's doing. Peek through right at the bottom. Right at that horizon line. There we go. That looks nice. I like that. There. Okay. So we have that. To wet my hands for a second. I have paint all over my hands. This is what happens when you paint. You get paint all over your hands. Let's add a little bit of a light blue. Just a tiny bit. Let's put a little bit of a light blue through here. Just a tiny bit. See how we're building now? We're just building right along this painting. That looks really, really nice. Yeah. Just going to add that light blue right in there, right into the sky. Because we're going to be adding some clouds. And then we'll probably add some pink to our clouds too, because we'll get the reflection off of the purple. So that will be like a pinkish. There we go. All right, so we have that. So let's add our white. Let's add some clouds in. And we'll just draw them in. There we go. Just going to draw some beautiful clouds in. You can pour this if you want to. If you get a little bit like, oh, this is taking too long, I don't want to deal with this anymore, you can definitely just pour this right in. And yeah, I'm trying to do it this way because I have more control. Even though it's an abstract, and abstract you don't really get a lot of control, but I try to. I have a lot more fun this way, and I can design it a little bit easier this way. And I'm going to bring some of that down here. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to just drizzle some clouds right in through here. There we go. And see how I'm not really being too fancy. I'm just adding some of that whiteness back in for our clouds. Yeah, that looks fantastic. I love that. And see how like I can drizzle and it blends wherever I want it. Like that. That's looking really good. And we can still see the red in the background with the tone of the canvas, and that's okay because that kind of peeks through. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of that pink. Let's add in a little bit of pink. And we'll do it right along here. This is looking really nice now. This is coming along really nice. You know, take your time and do it. This is what painting's all about, having fun and taking your time and just playing. That's what we're doing. We're playing today. I like to play. Playing is the fun part. There we go. That looks amazing. See how I'll just kind of poke at it a little bit. Yeah. And you just fill in wherever you want. If you think it needs a little bit more, then you go along and you just fill it in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit more purple. Because I like my sky. I love that. That is coming along really, really nice. See, sometimes you just don't know. It just kind of, but then just take your popsicle stick and just kind of blend it just a little bit. Yeah. And if you think you have too much in one area, then you can go back in. That's looking amazing. I love that. That's looking really, really good. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to take some more white and I'm going to make some more clouds in that area. So let's do that. Let's add some white in there and break that up a little bit. There we go. See that? You're just breaking up those areas. And you're also filling in, because I really just want to fill in that background. I don't want to really see that background anymore. There we go. Wow, that's looking really good. Oh, almost spilled my paint all over the place. I'm just going to take my purple and just going to run it through here just a little bit. Yep, that looks nice. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, so I dripped my purple, but don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so now we're going to we'll take our medium blue. So we have our horizon line, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pour this. I'm going to paint all over myself, but that's okay. We're going to pour this because I just want to put some in right in through here. And this would take me forever just trying to put it in there. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, that's perfect. All right, now we have that. And let's see, we're gonna add let's add some green in here. This is like a blue green. I like this color. This color is a really cool color. And it's really fun to work with too. So we're just gonna add this in, because this is gonna be kind of like our shoreline right around here. That's what we're going for right now. We're gonna start making our shoreline. Yeah. Just let that go right across. And see how it starts to kind of blend in, and it kind of moves around and goes wherever it wants. That's okay. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of like a light blue. Okay, so we're going to just add that right into the bottom. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, these colors are looking really, really good. I think what I might do is probably, let's see if we can move you. Let me see if I can move the camera. Okay, I moved the camera down a little bit for you so that you could see what I was doing. All right, so now that we have that in, I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna actually, I thought I'd take the brown, but I'm actually gonna take some green, because I want to put a little bit of lime green in, and I want this for the background a little bit. So we're just going to pour this right in through the bottom. There we go. All right, so we have that now. And now I'm going to use my lime green. I'm just going to pour that right in, right across. Okay, so now we have that. And let's take our lime green and just put a little bit through here too. Yeah, this is the ocean, you know, and as you come closer to the beach, you get those different colors of the green in the ocean. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black. Actually, I'll take my brown first. Take my brown, and let's just put a little bit of brown in here for our sand. Yeah, you probably won't see a lot of this, to be honest with you. I'll probably end up covering this up, but I just want it there so that it's there, just in case you do see it in the background. But yeah, we'll probably end up covering a lot of this up, to be honest with you, because I want a pathway, and I want, you know, some of that natural, I don't know what you call it, like, it's like the natural grass along the beach. I love that look. I love when you go down the pathway and they have all that nice, beautiful dry grass, actually. There, so we have that. So now let's put in our black. And we're just going to run that right across, because what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to put in our water, our white foamy water. So here we go. And you know, it's dripping, but don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we have that. And I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a little bit of sand in here before I put my white over it. So we're just going to add this in. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so now I didn't go all the way to the edges because, like I said, we're going to end up covering a lot of that up. So let's do our water. Let's do a little bit of our water right through here, so you can see that. And then I'm going to wipe this off, and then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to kind of go like this, because this is what the water does. Okay, so we're just going to swirl that just a little bit, and then I have to wipe off my stick, so don't forget to do that before you put it back in your white, because then it would be gone. Okay, so now let's do our pathway. We're going to start making our path. So I really want my pathway to kind of go like, I think I want it to start here and then come this way. Because what I'm going to do is we're going to have, yeah, we're going to go this way a little bit more. We're going to have like the, what do you call it? The posts. You know how the old fencing is? And they always have like that old fencing when you go down to the beach. It's like driftwood, actually. And they put it there. I don't know why they put it there, to be honest with you. Nobody really uses it like a railing. So who knows? Okay, so we've got some of our sand in. Yeah, that looks nice. Just fill that in because we're going to end up working over that too. And I'm going to take a little bit, I have a coral here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of coral in here to show you that, yep, this is the pathway. Just a little bit of lighter sand. Oh, I'm really dripping. Okay, so we have that. That looks nice. I like that. And let's build our, let's put in a little bit more brown, actually, along here. Let's see if I can pour it in, because that will take me forever. There we go. I'm just going to kind of pour it in. And you know what? I'm going to spread it just a little bit. Because what I'm trying to do on each side is just kind of fill it in before I actually start kind of adding my grass and things like that. There we go. I'm not worried that it's blending, so don't worry about that. This is our pathway down to our beach. And we're going to be adding more colors in along our ocean line. I'll probably add in more white. Okay, this is just like a filler. Okay, now we can start adding our grasses. So when I add my grasses, I'm going to start adding my grasses. See? Actually, let's take a little more. Let's see, what do we want? We'll do the brown, because I really need to fill that in before I start really making some of my stuff. Kind of drawing out my things. There we go. And see how this color already blended in a little bit? Like I said, we just want this for the background, really, because we're really just going to be drawing right over this. Yeah, just put it right in. There we go. Okay. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to add a little bit of this ochre, because I want it to look like it's the sand. Okay. I want it all to kind of mix together. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of sand in here too. And this is how you build your painting. This is how you play. Playing is like the best part. I love this part. And you know, if you don't like it, you always paint over it. Who cares, right? Like who cares? Oh my goodness, I'm getting so messy today. All right, I'm going to use just a tiny, tiny bit of gray. Gray tends to kind of take your painting and yeah, it kind of runs away with it a little bit. But let's put this pathway in here a little bit, just so that we can build on top of it. There. There we go. And we're going to put in our path. Yeah, nice. Now what I think I'm going to do is, let's see if we can do this. Actually, I'm going to add more of my blue in here, because I want my ocean to be more bluer than that greenish blue. There we go. We're going to blend that right in. There. That looks nice. Okay, and now I'm going to start taking my blue out here. We see the ocean way out here, and we're going to add that in. So we have to do this first, actually, before we start to do other things, because we're going to be actually covering some of this. Okay, so I've got that in. And now I'm going to take a little bit of my aqua, and I'm going to run it along here too. Yep. Just picking it right up. Just run it right in. This is our ocean, don't forget. Let's make our ocean. That's cool. And I'm going to take the medium blue. I'm going to just kind of run it along here too, because the ocean moves. It's constantly moving. So let's show that it's constantly moving. And let's get rid of some of that green. The green is too dark. There we go. There, I like that. There, that looks much better. That is starting to look like an ocean now. Yep, starting to like that now. Okay, then I'm going to take my darker blue. I'm going to start adding my darker blue in here a little bit, just to show some difference. Okay. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix our horizon line a little bit. The horizon line went off a little bit. So So let's just fix that a little bit. There we go. See? Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay. Ooh, we're looking pretty good now. I like this. And we'll just bring this down a little bit. Okay. So we're going to add our white. Just a little bit of white here and there. Just add our white in wherever you want it to be highlighted. And let's make these waves. And see how I'm just using a circular motion when I do my waves? There we go. I like that. Yep, see? Waves come up and waves go down. There we go. That's looking really cool now. Loving it. Love, love, love. All right, so we have our pathway. And I really want to put in those posts. So let's see if we can put in a post. Let's see if we can do it. Let's draw in a post. We've got one post. And let's put one over here. There we go. And then we've got another one right here. There. Whoop. See what I mean? You kind of, then we're going to just kind of drag that down. Put in another one right here. I think that kind of blended too much, but that's okay. We figure this out, right? We'll figure this out. This is what painting's all about, figuring things out. And I think what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of our gray and we'll draw in like it's a post. I think our paint is running away from us a little bit. And this is what happens. Oh, now we're starting to look better. Okay, we're starting to look better. Yeah, starting to look a little bit better. Okay, we have that. Let's add a little bit of white into that because they're supposed to be really old. Like these things are supposed to be really, really old. And we'll just add just a tiny bit of white there. Like these things are supposed to be like, oof, like they've been out in the weather forever. There we go. Just kind of adding some there, like that. That looks nice. Okay, we're starting to look like something. I don't know yet what it is, but we're starting to look like something. All right, now let's add our grasses. Because now we can add all our grasses in. We can cover some of this. We can make our grasses go high because this is a pathway. Okay, so see how I'm just dragging up and down, just like a Jackson Pollock painting. Drag it up and down because we're going to be adding different colors in here. We're going to go over here. Well, this is starting to look really nice now. I'm starting to like it now. Okay, so we've got some grasses coming out here. And don't forget, like, this is a pathway, so let those grasses come up and out. Yep, because you gotta walk in between all this stuff. Remember, Remember what it's like to go to the beach? I'm starting to forget what it's like to go to the beach because it's so cold here in New England. But pretty soon we will remember. Okay, so we have that. And let's do some darker blues in here. We'll add some darker blues to our grasses, just to add some spark of color. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm liking that. See, isn't this fun? I love this. I love doing this. Don't forget up here. And just keep adding. Sometimes you have to be careful because you go a little bit crazy, but you know, just be careful. But we want to add in our darker colors because we're going to end up adding in our lighter colors over this. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Ooh, that's pretty now. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of my lighter blue, add into those grasses. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. Be careful that you, I just ended up going into the paint a little bit, so you have to be kind of careful. And don't forget, you can't move this paint after. You really have to let it dry. Just totally let it dry. There, that looks great. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of yellow in here. Let's add some yellow onto our grasses. Yep. Oh, pretty. Pretty. And see how I'm just kind of flinging it up and down. And make your grasses go different ways because grasses go different ways. Remember that. And we're covering. See how I told you we would cover a lot too? Okay, so we have all that. Hi everyone. It's the next day and my camera stopped filming, so I have to apologize to you. You didn't see the end of the painting and I'm so sorry. I was having so much fun I didn't realize it. So yeah, I guess that's part of videotaping, so oh well. So here's the finished painting. I just thought you would really enjoy seeing this. And I put the roses in and I added more to the pathway, and it's still wet. See how it's still shiny? You can see that. But I really had a great time doing this and showing you how to do this technique, and I hope you try it. I really do. It's so much fun. So like and subscribe because that really helps me out a great deal, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a great day and keep painting. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.